Up for the Little Saints, number 71, Taylor Delgado.
Let's see if they stay aggressive. See if they stay aggressive on the base paths. Last game, the Little Saints were really aggressive on the base paths. Just a little late there pulling the trigger.
Snap throw to first base. And the strikeout. Taylor Delgado goes down swinging. That'll bring up number 3 hitter for the Little Saints, Summer Pels. Ball 1 to Pels. Fouls that one away. Pels, the third baseman for the Little Saints. Runner on first, one away. Swing and a miss, throw down to second. Sliding in safely is Kylie Mesmer. Gets Mesmer in scoring position for Delgado. Delgado will be playing at Concordia in Portland. Nice eye there by Summer Pels. Pops this one up, foul ball. Not able to make the play going back on it. Was Callie Case. And Summer Pels stays alive. She'll be playing her college ball at Paris Valley Community College. Played high school at Sunrise Mountain. Shot to right center. It's going to drop. No! Making the diving catch. What a play out in center field. Coming up with it, Kaylin Koch. Brian Georges helping me with the call on that one.
Yeah, you know, I had to get over to this side so I could watch my team. I'm a little biased.
No problem at all.
So sorry to all of our viewers that just lost Kim Vassard to the other field. What a great day for some softball, huh?
Absolutely. And a diving catch right out of the gates here by Kaylin Koch. That saves a run. And I was a little too premature with that call. I thought that thing was going to drop.
It looked like for sure it was in the gap. The one thing you'll see with Kaylin Koch, I wish we could get a replay on that one. The one thing you'll see with Kaylin Koch, she's dynamite. That's why she's on her way to Stanford.
No question about her defensive ability. Laying out and making the catch. Take a look now at the batting lineup for the Georges here this afternoon. Alana Rogers, Kaylin Koch, who just made that diving grab, Leela Allen, A.J. Murphy, the shortstop, Macy Hilt, the catcher, Callie Case, Megan Headland, Molly Dickerson, Kathleen Georges, and Mia Perez. It's the hitting lineup here this afternoon for the Georges. Out in the field for the Little Saints, it will be Cheyenne Becker at first, Kiana Bard at second, Summer Pels at third. The shortstop is Taylor Delgado. working our way around the outfield. On the left will be Ashanti Thompson. And then we will have out and right, Mary Pierce. And I am trying to pick up the center fielder here with the lineup card as we wait on that. Catching will be Lindsey Jackson. And in the circle will be Ashanti Thompson. Had her listed as left fielder, but it looks like she's going to be in the circle now for Little Saints.
Yeah, I told you when you got here, you're going to be confused with the showcase rules that they have out here. They can move players at any point in time. The benefit, so college coaches can get to see these kids play multiple positions without having to worry about limited number of substitutions. But for a commentator, especially just joining us, it makes it a definite challenge.
So first pitch, low and outside. Buckle up is what you're trying to tell me here.
You're fine. And stepping to the plate here is Elana Rogers, our leadoff for the Arizona Hotshots Gold team.
And she is going to be a junior at Willow Canyon High School.
Yeah, it's hard to believe. Been watching her play since she was about 6 years old, and it seems like just the other day. And, for you, when you just said that right now, it shocked me. I still had her as a sophomore, you're right, going into that junior year.
And she was a member of the Team USA Red at the international games. Shot up the middle, base hit. Up the middle for Rogers. And the Georges get the leadoff runner on.
Well, I'm happy to see that right there. I'm your most biased commentator of the day, but I will tell you this much. Absolutely love what we've got going on here this weekend, or I should say this Monday. And love the fact that we're playing Marco Scale's Little Saints team. There's a great group of student athletes out there, fantastic households, and just they'll ball from start to finish. So,
and now up, Kaylin Koch, already the star of the game after making that diving catch to end the top half of the first. And I'll tell you what, nice job there by the catcher. Lindsey Jackson making the stop and keeping Rogers there at first base. And you mentioned being here on a Monday.
Yeah.
Gotta love it. Gotta love the softball here on a Monday. We're gonna be here tomorrow as well, so Monday and Tuesday. Great way to start the week here at Rumsey Park in Payson. And off and running is Rogers. She's in there. She's gonna try to take another bag, and she will. Just like that, leadoff single, and she finds herself on third base. Does Elana Rogers, no outs. Koch at the dish. And you mentioned it, can be playing her college ball at Stanford.
Yep.
It's not only she gets down in the field, but obviously in the classroom as well.
You'll see that probably on both diamonds here this weekend or this Monday. I'm going to keep saying weekend. I'm so used to playing on the weekend, but a lot of high academic student athletes out here.
And I notice her favorite athlete is Jessica Mendoza, also a former Stanford standout and former Team USA member, and now doing some commentating for the ESPN.
And former outfielder, yep. That sensational diving catch a la Jessica Mendoza.
There you go. Runner on third. And ball four for Koch. So we got the runners on first and third, and that's going to bring up Leela Allen, number 17. And she's going to be playing her college ball, heading back east. Going to be going to Seton Hall.
Yeah, we're excited for her.
Join the Pirates.
Yep. It's over there with Coach Paige Smith and a phenomenal program that they're building over there since Paige took over a few years ago. And I get a snapshot every once in a while through the household of the things that they're working on there, and their facilities are amazing. A very intelligent group over there. They're very heavy on analytics. You know how dedicated to the game they are. They peel back every layer of the onion.
what kind of player is Seton Hall going to be getting in Leela Allen?
They're going to get a kid that I'm going to cry when she's gone, man. Leela.
And there goes Koch. Shortstop cuts it off. Caught in a pickle and tagged out is Rogers in a fantastic play there to get the tag out at home.
Yeah, you see that again, and what you'd notice is so obviously she didn't read the cut up the middle, so a pretty standard first and third situation right there. And she gets hung up in that rundown. The fielder actually was on her back foot, and she was about 2/3 of the way down the line. At that point in time, you just go and hope you make it. Catcher's got to receive the ball. She's got to make a tag. There's a lot of things that can go wrong in that spot.
And wild pitch coming home to score is Koch. And I'll tell you what, great heads-up base running by Koch during that rundown to get herself to third base. Opportunity to score right there on the wild pitch.
Yep.
So Allen, the lefty, shot back up the middle, base hit.
That's a small victory, holding her to a base hit right there. And, what does she do? She reads an errant throw and takes two.
And in 2019, Leela Allen, 5A state champion her junior year. Now stepping up to the plate, it's going to be number 21.
Well, this is one that we get to keep for another year, so super excited about that.
AJ Murphy. Yep.
AJ Murphy. She's got the whole tool set. She runs like a gazelle out there on the base paths, swings a big stick, ton of power. She elevates the ball. It's going to go a long way today.
Fouls this one away. We do have a breeze going here. There's no doubt
It's
about
a stiff.
that.
It's a stiff breeze. I saw one go earlier. Ball on a normal day that's probably hit to the fence. Maybe just squeaks over. So you see those flags out there in center field. This is a kid in batting practice. She'll consistently hit the ball 260, 270. So
she's got some power.
She does. Yeah, you just don't. If you're gonna miss to that spot right there. Miss to your spot as a pitcher.
I was gonna say, where does AJ like him?
Anywhere,
but right where that last
she
one
does.
was.
She does. She'll swing the ball in on her. She recognizes it soon enough. She'll get it out in front.
Shot, nice play there.
Taylor Delgado.
And safe, but what a beautiful play there by the shortstop.
That's another one I've had the pleasure of watching for a long time. In fact, for a short period of time, I coached her. An old team way back in the day called the Cougars.
Is that right?
Yeah, Taylor now, I think she's 19.
Okay. They're growing up, as you say, right before your eyes.
Yep.
And it's great for you when you see them develop over the years and you're watching them move on to play at different levels and sometimes different teams. And they make plays like that right there. Even though she's on the other side right now, it's still fun to watch.
Oh, it doesn't matter to me what side they're on. I love watching softball, so.
And now up for the Georges is Macy Hilt, the catcher out of Liberty High School. She's going to be a senior.
No, she's going into her junior year. She's a 2022 grad. Sorry about that.
Thanks for the correction.
No, you're okay.
She does have a 4.0 GPA. And why is it the catchers always seem to be the smart ones back there? They got to keep an eye on the field, sometimes call the game.
Yeah, it's funny. Depends on who you ask, right? So some people you ask and they go, they're a bunch of idiots wearing the tools of ignorance back there. 110 degrees in the summer, putting that gear on. They're usually one of, if not the most cerebral player on the field. And that's why you see, like the collegiate level or in Major League Baseball, a lot of the best coaches, best managers are former catchers.
Chopper gets through. Coming around to score is Allen. Tell you what a great start here so far for the Georges.
You know, it has been a good start. Would have liked to have seen Elana not get hung up between third and home so early in the game, but
And now coming up for the Georges is going to be number 19. Case comes up to the plate. Fouls that one away.
Callie's on her way to Worcester Polytech. She'll be going there to play for Whitney. And this is a kid that she just had a tremendous week of practice. The thing that really stands out to me with her is she's not just a skilled, hardworking student athlete. She is a very mature young woman. When we came into this whole COVID nightmare, she has 2 siblings at home that she was really concerned about. And, you know, just calls me up and just has such a mature conversation about it and asks if she can then go on to talk to her teammates about her concerns. And, you know, she's just a great young lady, and there she is knocking in 2 runs right there for us. And hey, nice job, Kelly.
And that brings home Murphy and Hilt. And it is quickly a 4-0 lead for the Georges here in the bottom of the first. And now that's going to bring up Megan Headland, number 18. And there's just one out here. Well, the Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball is brought to you by Mac Media, the largest Apple Premier sales and service provider in the Southwest. Proudly serving the Valley for 21 years. 2 locations to serve you, Old Town Scottsdale and Peoria, or you can visit macmediainc.com. And we have got a new pitcher for the Little Saints. Looks like it's going to be Kylie Mesmer. And it's a Floodstream call to the bullpen, brought to you by Floodstream, live streaming of sports, conferences, and live events nationwide. Visit floodstream.com to learn more. Well, I'll tell you what, you come up to Payson here, and you got about a 20-degree temperature change from what it is in Phoenix. And it is absolutely beautiful up here. So glad to be with us here at Rumsey Park. Watching the broadcast here on Floodstream. Chris Harris here along with Brian Georges. So glad to be with us. Bottom of the first, the Georges jumping out to a 4-0 lead. You know, it's Callie Case with the 2-run single just a moment ago. She's on first base. Megan Headland at the plate. Headland's going to be playing at Manhattan College, heading to the Bronx. Bronx, New York. Takes the strike there. Nice pitch by Mesmer. Headland hit .435 last fall. So she's got a good stick. Gets jammed and pops this one up left field. Camping underneath it and making the catch is Ashanti Thompson, it looked like. So 2 away. And that will now bring up Molly Dickerson. Dickerson, the third baseman. And Brian, just a moment ago, we got a chance to talk about Koch going to be heading to Stanford. Got the good grades. How about Molly Dickerson? She's going to be heading to Harvard. Goes up high. 0-2 the count to Dickerson. Georgia's with a 4-0 lead. Goes off speed, a little high. Dickerson fouls this one away. Busiest man at Rumsey Park is sitting right next to me.
Yeah.
Brian
right.
Georges. We just talking a moment ago about Koch going to Stanford. How about Molly Dickerson heading to Harvard?
Yeah, she's a dope. Yeah, no, very, very bright young lady. She's Ivy League's definitely a good place for her. She's a very intellectual, independent thinker. Had some fun having some good conversation with her of late. Especially with all the civil unrest that we've been dealing with as a nation. And she's a good egg. She wants to see solutions for things. And all I can say is, the future is in good hands with individuals like Molly out there.
And we are through one inning here. And it is the Georges. They put 4 up in the bottom of the first. They lead 4-0 as we head to the top of the second when the Little Saints will grab the bats once again. Well, the largest Apple Premier sales and service provider in the Southwest, Mac Media repairs broken iPhones, laptops, iMacs, and much more. Learn more at MacMediaInc.com. Head to the top of the second. Little Saints up to the bat. And it's Shea and Becker stepping into the box. Becker played her high school ball at Perry. Boy, nice looking pitch there. Didn't get the call. That's Victoria Salazar in the circle for the Georges. And what can we expect out of Victoria here this afternoon?
A very high rate of spin. Vic has such a tight, hard snap on the ball. Not overpowering velocity. She'll get into the 57, 58 range, but she's never focused on the velocity. It's all spin, dip, break side to side. She'll elevate the ball every once in a while. She throws a wicked drop. She's not a big fan of the changeup, which I'm a huge fan of the changeup, but she has a great changeup.
Outside on that one.
Yeah, so she'll go with the screw. She'll throw the backdoor curve. She's got the full repertoire.
Inside. Full count. Boy, goes down swinging. Nice pitch there by Salazar to get the punch out. Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball is brought to you by the City of Payson. 7,000 feet above sea level, atop the Mogollon Rim, a picturesque destination for wilderness adventurers of all ages. Visit PaysonRimCountry.com. You can also visit us at Rumsey Park.
Yeah,
Today,
absolutely.
all the way through tonight, as well as tonight and tomorrow night. Catch some great softball action.
Just in case, stay home and watch these broadcasts. Governor's got us making sure that we're, distancing as best as we possible and following all the regulations out here. And but yeah, you mentioned earlier being up here in Payson and the Mogollon Rim. It is so beautiful up this way. We had the good fortune of starting our summer over in Prescott, and that is just a beautiful place too. So you have the opportunity to come up north here in the Northern Arizona League and play in Prescott and now in Payson. It's just a dream come true for us, especially when it's 115 or somewhere close to that back home.
Kiana Bird up at the plate. It was 116 yesterday in Phoenix. That set the record for that date for July 12th. 116. You drive up about hour 15, and it's 20 degrees cooler.
Yep. Yeah, exactly.
And you mentioned the tournament being put on here, doing a great job of trying to keep everybody safe. And kudos to Brian Georges, the man next to me, for being a big reason why this event is being put on today as well as tomorrow. And just what does it mean to you to try to give a lot of these players, some of them might not see a whole lot of competitive action after these next couple of days because of what happened. They were supposed to have their senior season this past spring. Didn't happen, trying to get them back out on the field again. What's it mean for you to give an opportunity for some of these players to get back out on the field again? It
means everything. I haven't been coaching nearly as long as some of the great coaches here in the Valley. You got Gary Davis and Brad Downs from our organization. I think they both have over 20 years of experience, and they've been around for quite a bit, and they've sent so many kids to school. I've got less than 10 total years of coaching experience, but yeah, I don't think I'll be coaching for 20 or 30 years. So, it means a lot to help these kids do something, something enjoyable here and get an opportunity to play some ball in this strange times, man, just bizarre times. Something, I don't think you and I ever thought we'd be calling a game in these circumstances.
Not at all. Not at all. Up now for Little Saints is Mary Pierce, right fielder. Oh, beautiful off speed there by Salazar. And gets Pierce swinging on that one. Pierce just graduated from Kellis High School, where she was an all-district performer. Shot back to Salazar, handles it cleanly, and that's the third out. So we are through 1.5 here at Rumsey Park. Georgia's lead 4-0. They'll get ready to come up here in the bottom half of the second inning. Well, coverage of the Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball is brought to you by Floodstream. High-definition television broadcasts and live streaming of sports, conferences, and live events nationwide. You can learn more at floodstream.com.
I just got a text message from our friend Brent over at Extra Innings Softball, and just tickled pink that he's got our broadcast live streaming at extrainningssoftball.com. I had the chance to get to know him a little bit over the last, I'd say, a little month or so, 4 to 6 weeks, through Larry Koch, one of the coaches on our team. His daughter, Kaylin, is the one that's going to Stanford here coming up in the fall. And, man, Brent is such an awesome guy. He's really out there for the student athletes, and he writes amazing articles. I described him as an influencer of the game. He truly is. He covers every topic out there, from professional fast pitch to travel sports to even rec sports out there. So he's obviously a big fan of the game. He was one of the founders of Flow Softball and Flow Sports. And so now he's got Extra Innings Softball, and it's a phenomenal resource too. So since I've met him, I started reading a lot from the Extra Innings Softball site, and that's where I get my news now. So
that's your go-to.
That is my go-to now. So Brent, I heard you're watching. I got your text message. Thank you so much for supporting all these girls out here. We really appreciate it.
Pitch is outside. Now the Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball. How did this get started, Brian?
You know, I mean, this is literally one of the positive things that came out of COVID, I guess, or I should say, you know, just a necessary. We were geared towards having a great summer coming out of high school. This is one of the most talented teams I'll probably ever have. 11 seniors on the team, and you know, we knew we weren't.
Base hit. Double, going for the triple. Sliding in safely.
It looks like she got under that, flared it to left field. It's Kathleen Georges. I know her a bit.
Any relation by chance?
I know her a little bit.
Brian Georges?
Love that kiddo. But yeah, so you know, and she's not a senior, right? She's one of the younger ones going into her junior year. But we've got all these seniors going off to college, and well, we didn't want to just throw in the white towel on, you know, the possibility of playing softball. We figured we would monitor where nationals went, and, you know, as far as PGF and Triple Crown Sports, USSSA, and you know, all the big platforms for our daughters and our student athletes to play the game that they love during the summertime. And it became more and more evident that events weren't going to go off in certain parts of the country. However, there was a lot of dialogue in the state that youth sports were going to take place. And knowing that that was a possibility, we came up with this concept to start this league to play in the northern part of Arizona, because obviously it's much cooler than down in the valley. It's just way too hot to play down there.
I agree.
Yeah, and we just thought, well, heck, if we can make some lemonade out of lemons, we're going to give these kids an opportunity to play some ball and have some closure to their senior year, the older ones, and for the younger ones, you know, have some opportunities to get seen, and that's the part. That's the part we put together an advisory panel, some coaches that are just phenomenal people out there from a number of different institutions, Division I. Now we got D1 and D2 schools out there as part of this panel, and really we'll take you all out there. If you're NAIA or JC and you want to get involved and provide us with feedback on developing this platform, we've realized in the last weeks and the last few times that we've done this that this has become something that needs to be sustainable for the foreseeable future. And by that I mean that I'm reading some literature today that's suggesting that the NCAA might push back the recruitment period, the dead period, into potentially 22. As Atlanta Rogers smokes that ball in the gap.
And RBI single for Rogers, the leadoff hitter for the Georges. That makes it 5-0 for the Georges. And that brought home Kathleen Georges, who had a triple to begin the inning. And, yeah, finish your thought there, Brian, 'cause I think it's important. It's not just softball. It's dealing with the timetable changes. I mean, it's all sports right now at the NCAA level, as well as the high school level and professionals as well.
Yep, no, absolutely. It's Ooh, that ball might carry.
Shot to right center. And here comes Rogers at home, sliding in under the dirt pile with the triple is Kaylin Koch.
That's that breeze we were talking about. I mean, you can tell off the bat, Kaylin's got just a ton of power, and that was a ball that looked like she got way out in front, and the wind just did the rest, carried it to the fence for her, and then, of course, you just see her off to the racetracks right there. I don't know if we'll get to see a replay on that or not, but you can see right out of the box, and she doesn't care that it's a fly ball and possibly a routine ball on a normal day. She's a cerebral kid, and she knew right out of the box that she was going all the way.
Ball certainly does carry out here. It's not just the wind, though. You got the altitude up here as well. It makes it go.
You do, yep. Yeah, we were up in Prescott. You got a little altitude there. The fences were like 215 to the corners and 220 to center field, and our club here hit 23 home runs in 6 games. And
is that all?
It's something I don't think I'll ever see again. I mean,
it's like a home run derby.
It was.
It's a shot to left field. Tagging up from third is Koch. Slides in safely. Boy, it's like a dust bowl out there.
Yeah, it really is.
So Koch scores on the sac fly by Leela Allen. And that now brings up A.J. Murphy.
Yeah, we've got 2 coming up right here, and A.J. Murphy and Macy Hilt. These are 2 uncommitted phenoms.
Murphy going to be a senior at Millennium. Also plays soccer. I love the multi-sport athletes.
Me too.
I think it benefits you so much no matter what sport you're going from one to another. Just being able to compete in different areas, using different muscle groups, and hopefully you don't get burned out playing just the one sport like so many of them do.
Yeah, there's something to be said for having seasons, right? For example, I'm from back east, and living out here, sometimes it's hard having 4 periods of nothing but sunshine, But seasons in sports, I mean, where you have that change, and like you said, I mean, there's the obvious aspects of it, using different muscle groups. It challenges you to be athletic in so many different ways. It challenges you to use different parts of your mind. It's being a multi-sport athlete. There's not enough of them anymore, and I'm glad that what they've done in the NCAA is they've made some changes, and that change is changing the early recruitment period. So I think that's probably going to change. You're going to see some more kids getting back into multi-sports now and not having to worry about getting recruited when they're 12 years of age. They can wait until their junior year. So that's a huge benefit. Hopefully we'll see a lot more multi-sport athletes out there.
And it looks like we're going to have a new pitcher for the Georges. And it's going to be Elana Rogers. Already seen Rogers get it done at the dish. Rogers 2 for 2 at the plate. Had an RBI single in the bottom half of the second. Rogers, we mentioned earlier, going to be a junior at Willow Canyon. She's got a 4.6 GPA. That would have been my GPA if you'd have doubled it when I was in high school. Absolutely incredible, the academic side these players have. Just so well-rounded. And we mentioned earlier about the multi-sport athletes, Brian. And Roger is also part of the wrestling team. Fouling this one off is Bailey French. Bailey French, Canyon View High School, going to be a junior. Boy, nice play there at second base. Looked like that was Victoria Salazar making the play, going from pitcher to second base. You mentioned it earlier on, Brian. You're going to see a lot of players moving all different positions out here these next couple of days.
Yeah, you'd ask, hey, can I get a lineup card? And I'm thinking to myself, you can. It's just it's going to change 20 seconds after the game starts.
You looked at me. You smiled and laughed. I didn't quite understand it. Now I do. So here we are.
I will say this much, and, it's something that college coaches want to see, too. We all want to see, quite frankly, and that's to see these ladies play for a championship. And, we've had to do a lot of improv, and that's, a big part of the Northern Arizona League. A lot of it has been showcase. However, we're pretty close, I think, to working with a large sanctioned tournament body to do a nationals event. PGF just canceled their national yesterday, and there's a lot of just phenomenal teams that in the same boat that we are, and behind the same spirit of us starting this league. They want to see their kids play for something before they transition out of this, this travel sport that they've spent all of these years playing. I mean, they put all this work in. Would be good to just get one more chance at a championship. So we're hopefully 24 to 48 hours. I'm putting a time on it. My buddy Rick, hopefully he's listening and watching. He's the gentleman that I'm working with. But we do want to put a championship out there, and time is of the essence, meaning it has to be before August 8th. So we'd be looking at August 3rd to August 7th. If you're a travel ball coach out there listening, definitely check in with this over the next day or two. Let's give these ladies something to play for. We want to get out there. We want to get the Tysons and the Mercados and the Brashears and the Ricos, and I can go on and on. There's so many good travel teams out here in the Southwest, and we'd open it up to teams across the country for that matter. But let's get together. Let's get top 36 or top 48 in an age group, and go out there and give these ladies a championship to play for. So that's what all of our time and effort will be spent on after this little event.
Nicole Armour at the plate for Little Saints. And what is the best place to try to get in touch with you or whoever to try to make this thing happen?
Yeah, thanks. It's Brian Georges, so Brian Georges, Georges, at ArizonaHotshots.com. So again, it's Brian Georges at ArizonaHotshots.com.
There you go. Let's make this thing happen.
Let's do it.
And Nicole Armour draws the walk from Rogers. And that's now going to bring up number 12 for the Little Saints. Arena Gill.
I got to tell you, I got the invite from our coaches to coach with them on the dirt today, and I'm filling in here for this commentary spot. I'll tell you what.
I'm happy to have you.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm not out there because for one reason and one reason only, and that's because they've been pretty much flawless in terms of moving our players around out there and getting everybody looks at multiple positions, and that's something that they just do so well. They're caring, compassionate, wonderful guys, and it's A.J. Murphy over to Victoria Salazar to end the inning over there at second base. Yeah, so it is fun. It's actually fun. It's enjoyable for me to watch them coach and watch how they interact with the girls out there and how they handle the lineup. They do a phenomenal job.
We left out the best part.
What's that?
You get to sit next to me and call the game.
And I get to sit with you and call the game.
Tell you what, AJ Murphy, she looks impressive out there at shortstop.
Yeah, she's legit. She's, she's been blessed with the build, which just isn't fair.
To be a shortstop at that size?
Yeah,
that athletic?
And you don't need that size, but it doesn't hurt to have that kind of wingspan. But what's impressive about that size, a lot of times you see taller athletes aren't good at getting low to the ground. She does well to play with bends in her knees and not bend from the waist. So she gets her nose in the dirt, and I mean that's what makes her so smooth out there. Her hands, her glove, her eyes are all in the same spot, and it's fun to watch her. It's just fun to watch her play the game. I mean, she's an all-around awesome talent.
No doubt about it. Well, the largest Apple Premier sales and service provider in the Southwest, Mac Media repairs broken iPhones, laptops, iMacs, and much more. You can learn more at macmediainc.com. And the Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball is brought to you by Mac Media, the largest Apple Premier sales and service provider in the Southwest. Proudly serving the Valley for 21 years. 2 locations to serve you. You can catch them in Old Town Scottsdale as well as Peoria, or you can visit macmediainc.com. Now stepping up to lead the bottom half of the third for the Georges.
I see it on.
Is going to be number 35, Macy Hilt. She had a single in the first inning, scored as well. Hilt not only plays softball, but plays basketball as well at Liberty. We spoke of the multi-sport athletes a moment ago. You got another one here in Macy Hilt. 4.0 GPA, part of the honor roll at Liberty High School.
Yeah, she's a banger down low in the post.
She's got some size to her.
She does, and I mean, she's just so fit. She's such a pleasant young lady. She's so much fun. Her teammates love her.
You mentioned fun. Didn't mean to cut you off,
no.
But I am anyway.
I know what you're going to say.
She said, who would play her in a movie about her life?
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell.
She smokes that ball.
The girl version of Will Ferrell. And she absolutely hammers that one to left field. Gets the double.
Yeah, she doesn't miss the barrel a whole lot. In fact, her contact rate is, if not the highest, it's top 3 on the team. Those are metrics I haven't looked at this summer. Normally I would, especially if we were focusing on championship level play. Do need to get back dialed in on those types of details, but it's very, very rare to see her swing and miss.
She definitely connected on that one there. Lauren Werning now at the plate. She'll be playing her college ball at St. Edward's University in Austin, Texas. There's worse places to go than Austin, Texas for college.
She's a very bright young lady. Coach got her out there on a visit, and that school spoke to her. And, to your point, I'm assuming she's a big music lover. Going to a place like Austin, I absolutely love it there.
Yeah, go hit 6th Street. You got Austin City Limits out there. Great place to go. Flies this one out to left field. And now coming up will be Callie Case, number 19. She had a 2-run single in the first inning.
Like I said, Callie just had a fantastic week in practice, and she just looks dialed in.
Off and running on the pitch was Mia Perez.
don't know if she was straight stealing third right there or just got a huge secondary, read that ball in the dirt and took off, but she was flying.
Showing those wheels.
Yeah, and now she's in scoring position with 1 out, and a little ground ball or pop-up right here scores a run. So let's see if Callie's situational awareness is on display here.
Or if the ball finds its way to the backstop, off and running.
Yeah, you know, I don't expect that with Kai right here. She's got such good command. And that's what Kai does so well. It's the weirdest thing. I don't even understand how to relate to it. But she throws an up pitch. She doesn't throw it incredibly hard, but she's probably one of the craftiest pitchers I've seen in years. And, you know, some people don't want to be called crafty, right? But
it's like a game manager if you're a quarterback.
Yeah, you know what? I think it's the biggest compliment you can give somebody in the sense that she's a true pitcher. She doesn't just throw up there. She's got purpose on every single spin that she throws. And that's what she is. She's a spin pitcher, and she gets, I don't know how, she gets movement up at the top of the zone without the velocity to go with.
Does a great job of keeping the batters off balance.
She really does. I would not want to hit off of her. I'll just say that much. You know, give me somebody that's throwing harder, whose ball flattens out.
If you know what's coming, you have a chance. If you don't know what's coming, you're guessing.
You know, and right there, I mean, she just ate Callie's lunch, and Callie, you know, the last time up, smoked the ball through the middle, off the other Saints pitcher. And it's not that Callie had a bad approach right there. It's just, you know, there's that extra 3 inches of movement on her ball. It's just hard to see. It's hard to pick up. And then there's that extra funk coming out of her hand.
That brings up Megan Hudlin. And that one's going to fall right into the glove of the shortstop, and that is the third out. You know, we are through 3 innings here at Rumsey Park. George is leading Little Saints 7-0. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everybody, to Rumsey Park in Payson for the Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball Series. Chris Harris here along with Brian Georges as we head now to the top of the 4th. Georges leading Little Saints by a score of 7-0. Now these games, 90 minutes.
Yeah. That was coming in.
A loose 90, but about 90 minutes.
No.
Or is it a hard 90?
All right. Sorry, I got excited. I just saw one of our umpires show up here. We are so blessed to have Xavier in the house.
There you go.
Yeah, no, it's a tight 90 minutes.
Tight 90, okay.
Yeah, and you know the thing behind that is because it's so hard to find fields right now, and you want to get as many teams into these events as possible, so you can mix it up with, you know, as many quality opponents as possible. You don't want to be playing the same team over and over and over again. So you got to find creative ways to do that. So like a day like today, we're playing 8 games a day on each field. So
That's amazing.
yeah, well, it happened, and then we've got families out here that are raking the fields for us to keep to keep the production on time. I will tell you this much: today, Monday, this event coming into it, missing NSA big time because Rick Horman and Dale Poole and John Vex over there and Michelle too. They hosted our last event over there in Prescott, and man, we didn't have to worry about a thing, and that's what made it so easy.
Makes a difference.
Oh, listen, we're not tournament directors. We don't want to. I'll tell you, we ended up in the 11th hour having to make our schedule for this event, and boy, that had everybody on pins and needles. And it's just, when you do it for a living, when that's what you do, and great. But those guys over at NSA they banged that event out for us, and we're limping along over here without them. So if they're watching, we miss you guys.
At the plate now is Taylor Delgado, and she'll be playing her college ball. Concordia in Portland. In fact, she just wrapped up her freshman year.
Yep.
Freshman.
Yeah. So that's another
Concordia.
thing about playing these games. So the way
shot to right field, base hit for Delgado.
The way that we're playing them over here, coach called up and said, "Hey, she's looking to get some work in this summer, and I know we're playing a friendly. Do you care if she's a college player?" Absolutely not. I'd love to go watch Taylor play ball. And that's a big part of what has really been enjoyable for us with this. We have the flexibility to do some things like that. So, had we not had her, we wouldn't have been able to see that right there. She made a great diving play earlier,
Yep.
and now that base hit the opposite field. So, Coach, if you're watching, Taylor's putting in the work.
That now brings up Summer Pels, number 21. And she just wrapped up her senior year at Sunrise Mountain, where she played for Jody Pruitt, as did. And Jody Pruitt, former University of Arizona All-American catcher.
Yeah, she was pretty dang good.
She was phenomenal.
She's a heck of a coach, too.
Chopper to third. Play is made there.
Very mature play by Kylie Case over there. Kylie recognizes the high chop. It's back. Fields it off that back foot and throws off that back foot. Gets it out quick. Record the out over there first.
Now coming up for the Little Saints is Cheyenne Becker. Delgado now on second base, moved over on the ground out.
Elana keeps dropping that change up in there, and she's had a few that were really close. Daryl, tight zone on that change up. He's also about 8 feet tall, so if you leave it down there, it's.
There's a shot to left field, and it's an RBI single for Cheyenne Becker. Ball got cut off.
Yeah, I'm not sure there what happened. I'm not sure why we're cutting there. I didn't hear a catcher calling for a cut. I think we have that play at home plate if we let it go, or at least we would have had a play at the plate.
And we'll try to take another look at that. But the Little Saints are finally on the board. It was Becker with the RBI single, brought home Delgado. And that's now going to bring up Elise Enriquez. Just finished up at Perry High School. She was Perry High School's most improved player her sophomore year. (7-1) Georges on top. Little Saints, top of the fourth. Chris Harris here along with Brian Georges. So glad you're with us here at Rumsey Park in Payson. A beautiful day here. About 20 degrees cooler than it is in Phoenix. There's a shot to left field through the hole.
Yeah, and that's
Little
why we put
Saints
together this Northern Arizona League, man. It's in the name, just to remind the teams in the Valley, look, let's go up north and play in the cool cool weather with the pines and.
I was all in.
Yeah,
Especially after this past weekend. I was like, woo.
Were you working down in the
I was
valley?
not. I was not working. I was doing everything I could to stay inside, though.
Just to get out
Yes.
of the valley, yeah.
Yes.
So before I left, I jumped in the pool with my my son and daughter yesterday, Jack and Juliana, and I mean, it took everything I could to stay in there. I think it must have been about 102 in our pool. It felt like a jacuzzi. You know, when you're swimming and you start talking about dropping ice in the pool, there's something wrong. So yeah, we're happy to be up here.
Well, I was the fool that went for a bike ride on Saturday morning and then went for a swim after that. And by 9 o'clock in the morning, I was cooked. I was done. Absolutely done.
So triathlete, huh? I mean, that was 2 right there, but I'm just I'm assuming
the running
you
part
put the
doesn't
run
happen.
in.
Yeah,
No,
I
okay.
got bad knees, so that's as far as I can go. Finds the outside corner, does Rogers. Runners on second and third for Mary Pierce. She's going to be playing her college ball at Glendale Community College. And swing and a miss.
Oh, she just got doubled up on that changeup by Elana, and that pitch is wicked right now. Had a little dip to it, and it was just it's a tough pitch to read out of her hand.
And that left runners at second and third. But the Little Saints do get their first run of the game. But they trail 7-1 heading to the bottom of the fourth. Now, coverage of Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball is brought to you by Floodstream, high-definition television broadcasts, and live streaming of sports, conferences, and live events nationwide. You can learn more at floodstream.com. So this game started at 3 o'clock, almost 4:15, so we got about another roughly 15 minutes left in this one. And we have got 3 more games left on this field, 3 more games going on in the other field. And you guys, Brian, are absolutely maximizing your space and time here at Rumsey Park today and tomorrow.
Yeah, I don't know if there's going to be any dirt left when we get done, but
well, we're wearing half of it.
Yeah, no doubt those girls are.
Still in the circle for the Little Saints is Kylie Mesmer. So glad to be with us here at Rumsey Park. Watching the Northern Arizona Elite Fast Pitch Softball on Floodstream.
We're really blessed to have some really, really talented teams out here today. You know, all of our Hotshots, 16U and 18U teams that are taking part in this event. And then, of course, Little Saints Gold out here. And we got some visitors out of SoCal and the OC Batbusters Bennett team. I've heard lots of great things about them. Looking forward to playing them. That was Molly Dickerson with the pop-up to shortstop.
Yep, Dickerson, we mentioned earlier, going to be going to Harvard in Cambridge, Massachusetts. Go Crimson.
Exactly.
Now stepping up for the Georges is number 5.
Yes, it's Sydney Babic. I don't know if we have her in that book or not.
I do not have Sydney Babic in the book. So tell me about Sydney Babic.
Well, you know, it's been a while since I've seen her pitch. She actually pitches for our other gold team, Davis Downs team. And all I know is this, you know, she's going to Seton Hall, same school that Leela Allen, our shortstop, is going to. And so I get to talk to Paige quite a bit, and Paige is very high on this this young lady. One thing I heard about her was that her spin rate was through the charts. And like I told you earlier in the broadcast, you know, Seton Hall is just they're very analytical. That was something they took a look at her frame, they took a look at her location. And we'll get to see her pitch a little bit later this evening. And that's we're missing Sabrina Gonzalez, one of our awesome pitchers, for the next couple days. That's a base hit to the left by Kathleen Georges.
And she is 2 for 2. Had a triple earlier, run scored.
That's the other reason why I don't want to be out there coaching. If I'm not out there, I just feel like she swings the bat better.
Putting too much pressure on her when you're out there in the dugout?
I'm just
Coaching
an
the
ugly,
third?
scary old dad. She's my roommate for the next week, so she better get along with me.
You better be nice to her. How special is it as a father to have the opportunity to coach your daughter?
It's, you know, they have the opportunity to opt out at any point in time. My older daughter, Isadora, same thing.
Steal for Georges. She's going to take third as the ball gets away. And she gets the Ricky Henderson triple.
There you go. Yeah, I'm looking forward to see, you know, when she puts on maybe another 10 pounds of muscle. She's thickened up. The funny thing is she's put on 10 pounds over the last 6 months, and she's in a workout program with several of her teammates. And that extra 10 pounds would put her at 125, and a healthy lean weight. She runs really well. She's a hitter that can also slap and bunt and play the small ball game. She's got a great arsenal that she works with. She can bounce slap, soft slap, lob slap, drag bunt, sneaky bunt. So a lot of things that she can do for you out there to keep a defense honest and put pressure on the defense. And then she'll just swing away too. And she's blossoming right in front of my eyes. And I'm blessed to be able to sit in this spot right here and call a game with her playing.
That's
no doubt.
awesome. And getting the punch out on Mia Perez was Mesmer. And that takes us through 4. Georges stranded on third after the single. We are through 4 here at Rumsey Park. Georges 7, Little Saints 1. We'll be right back right here on Floodstream. Welcome back to Rumsey Park in Pace, and we head to the top of the 5th. Georges 7, Little Saints 1. And we got the new pitcher on the mound here for the Georges.
Yeah, I'm excited. I'm hoping maybe from that center field camera they can get a close-up on the home plate angle so we can see the velocity on her. I haven't seen her pitch in a while, but I heard she's picked up some good speed. So we got a radar LED board hanging off of the poster behind home plate there, connected to a stalker radar gun over there.
It's a nice little toy to have out here.
You know what? We had some coaches that said we want to see what kind of speed are the hitters facing and vice versa, right? So it's a very analog way of doing things, but it just seemed like a solution that would work for us. And a good friend of mine, Aaron Guile, teamed up with his buddy Tony, and the two of them lent us their Pro 2 guns, and those things are those things are like the price of a new car, I think. So I don't have one laying around in my arsenal. So I'm lucky to have friends like that.
Got a ground out on the first batter. And that now brings up number 14, Elana Van Dorn.
She's got a nice side to side spin and also some good downward movement like that right there. That ball had some serious dip to it.
So who calls the pitches here?
You know, it's a good question right now. That used to be my gig.
Okay.
Larry Allen is probably.
I don't see you making signals from here. So.
No. You know, Larry Allen is over there calling pitches, and he does a phenomenal job with it. There are times when our catchers will also call pitches. Big part of the challenge with that is these armbands that we have out there. We really got to change it up so the catcher can call a pitch and everybody else in the field knows what's coming. So when it comes from the dugout, they can all then look at their armbands and see what the pitch is and position themselves properly.
Now up is Nicole Armour.
She's
going to be a junior at Red Mountain.
Yep. I see that spin, that high rate of spin that I've heard about from this kid.
And when you talk about that high rate of spin, what does that mean? What does that do to the ball?
I'm an idiot. I couldn't even tell you from a physics standpoint. I know this much. You're literally able to – there's velocity, right? Like you can throw the ball hard but not necessarily get as many revolutions between the 43 feet and home plate right there. And then you could even throw it slower, but the ball can spin tighter and spin more revolutions before it gets there. And a lot of that has to do with the snap. A lot of it has to do with if you talk to some of the greats in the game, great pitchers, they'll tell you that they can feel pressure points from the pads of their fingers, and they have a sequence as to where they release the ball from those pressure points on their fingers to create that kind of spin and movement. So, you know, some of them grip the ball tighter, still have long levers and can throw the ball hard, but, you know, the ball flattens out. And then some of them just really good snap on it.
Well, the largest Apple Premier sales and service provider in the Southwest, Mac Media repairs broken iPhones, laptops, iMacs, and much more. You can learn more at macmediainc.com. If you want to see some softball, some high-level softball, get yourself up to Rumsey Park here in Payson. We've got 3 more games, actually 6 more games if you count the other field after this one.
Very good point.
And then starting at 7:30 tomorrow morning, running all the way through tomorrow night, we will have another, what will be 16 games here at Rumsey Park. You want to get out of that $115, $116 weather down in Phoenix, get on up here where it's in the mid-90s. Got a breeze going.
Yeah, it feels much cooler than that. I mean, you know, around sometime between 12 and 3 o'clock today, it felt pretty warm. I mean, I'm looking on my phone. It says it's 97 degrees right now, but, man, it feels cooler.
Oh, yeah, we got a tent we're covered, and got a little mister behind us. But, yeah, it does certainly feels a lot cooler. Now batting is Lauren Loddick, going to be a senior at Sandra Day O'Connor.
And talking about that spin rate, if you watch Kai here right now, we're getting reads on her, slower speeds than I'm accustomed to seeing from her, but it looks like she's throwing some pitches in the upper 40s. I've seen her throw as hard as upper 50s, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure if she's working on some things or what, but you're still seeing that movement if you're really dialed in. Just that high rate of spin that we talked about. So the ball breaks a ton, even though she's not overthrowing it.
What is considered a really good fastball at this level as Kai's able to get Loddick down swinging?
Well, yeah, I can tell you this: the average Division I fastball is in the 62 to 64 mile an hour range. You'll probably see in the 18U level, the premier teams, you'll see pitchers throwing You'll see them throwing 58 to 62 with, you know, the top 20, top 25 programs out there have pitchers throwing, you know, in the mid 60s. So, yeah, range is all over the place. I mean, you know, you got Monica Abbott out there who still throws in the mid 70s, you know.
Former Tennessee standout.
Yeah.
She can sling it.
Oh, yeah, she can.
Kate Osterman.
Yep.
Or Kat Osterman.
Kat Osterman, yep.
Pardon me.
Two of them with the scrapyard dogs.
Don't forget about the Arizona pitchers as well. You got Jenny Finch, Taryn Mowat,
Kenzie Fowler.
Kenzie Fowler, another one, Arizona girl.
Yep.
Played her high school ball at Canyon del Oro down in Tucson.
And a commentator.
Yes, she does some work there for Pac-12 Network, amongst others. Had a chance to work with her a couple of times.
Well, in fact, she's up here this weekend.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, her and her mom coach a team together. It's the Desert Thunder Fowler team.
Okay.
And that's a phenomenal team.
I was about to say, they're probably pretty well coached.
Yeah, there's no lack of coaching on that team, and there's no lack of athleticism either. Oh, a great piece of hitting by Elana right there.
Rogers goes the other way, and she has just had a wonderful afternoon here.
It's all she does is hit, and you know that count right there, it says it all, especially with the spin that Kai's putting out there. She's putting the ball where she wants to do. She's moving it around. She's got her in a 2-strike count, pitches her down and away, and Elana does what she knows to do. She's not going to leave it up to the umpire in that situation. She knows it's a ball she can hit and just flicks it out to first base, or to the first base or third base side into left field.
Willow Canyon's going to be happy to have her back for 2 more years.
Yep.
Jeez.
Yeah, Donnie Tizano over there. I know he likes her quite a bit. That's all I'll say. He puts in so much time and so much work with her outside of these events. Just a great guy over there, great family, and you know we have so much fun just you know talking about what it's like to have somebody like an Elana Rogers on your team, and she's a little bit of everything.
She's versatile.
She with a 4.58 GPA. She's out doing these crazy workouts in 110-degree weather out here. She's a wrestler.
Yeah, I mentioned that earlier.
Oh man,
unbelievable.
Yeah, I got to see some video of her wrestling. I didn't anticipate that because she was new to the sport, so I just didn't anticipate the technique to be that solid. But I should have known better, knowing Elana. I mean, everything she does right, and she does well, and she's a technician, so I should have known she'd be that good. And I saw some video, and I was just blown away.
She's had a great afternoon here for the Georges against the Little Saints. At the plate now, Kaylin Koch. Touchdown earlier. She's going to be a Stanford Cardinal.
Yeah, I'd love to see her look for the center of the ball right here. She's trying to elevate the ball, and she doesn't really have to because Kai's going to elevate it a little bit for her anyways.
Fouls that one away. Saw you checking your watch there. I know it's getting close to the 90-minute mark.
Yeah, actually, I didn't know what time we started.
Yeah, we started at 3.
Did we?
Or at least we were scheduled to start at 3. I'm not sure if we started right on time or not, but we're getting up against it. How about Koch hitting .494 during the fall season?
And this summer and through 12 games, she's probably batting up around 800.
Excuse me?
Through 12 games, but
still, 800? Wow.
Let me see. I'll check that right now for you. I'm probably making up stories.
Fouls another one. She fouls him to the left. She fouls him to the right. She is an equal opportunity for souvenir balls.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We need those back. Our on-base percentage is a little over 700, batting about 600 on the summer.
There's a shot to left center. That's going to drop.
She just added to it.
And a ground rule double.
That's what I was saying. Wanted to see her get to the center of the ball right there. Good piece of hitting right there going opposite field.
So runners on second and third for Georges. They lead 7-1. And that's now going to bring up Leila Allen, number 17. She made the 6A all
Let 'em hit.
academic team. Mentioned earlier, won a state championship back in 2019. Boy, the wind just picks up with some of these gusts. There's another
That
ball
ball's
in the
gonna
air. That's
drop.
going to drop. Rogers comes home. Koch is rounding
She
third.
is not
She's
slowing
coming
down.
home. She's going to score. If you can find the plate.
Yeah,
Thing's covered in dirt.
It's a sand bowl out there right now for sure.
So it's another 2 RBIs for Allen. She had a sac fly earlier. Single and a run in the first.
Well, she's the one batting about 800 on the summer after that hit.
9-1. Georges on top. Called strike. Finds the corner.
Yeah, Leela's now 15 for 19 on the summer. There's Caitlin Loddick.
Loddick, she's going to be going to Furman University in Greenville, South Carolina. I like to see some of these players kind of get out of their comfort zone a little bit, get out of Arizona and head back east and see a different part of the country.
Yeah, the D is for degree, and she gets to do 2 things. She gets to go play for an awesome coaching staff in a beautiful area. And it's academically, that's a fantastic school. It's really tough to get into. You need pretty much a 4.0 and at least a 25 ACT to get in there.
Well, that would cancel me out.
Yeah, me too.
A little off speed, a little high there from Mesmer. But yeah, you've got a couple players heading to Seton Hall, Harvard.
Yeah, I'm so excited for all of
Furman.
them. And like you said, getting out of their comfort zone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think there's just so many of them that look at this and go, the repressive heat of the desert. You know, what better than to go out for 4 years and check out what else is out there outside of the desert landscape?
Absolutely.
And I love it here. I love Arizona. I mean,
I was born and raised here, so.
but no, yeah, it's one thing we've been blessed with too. Households and student athletes that are just, you know, curious, interested in checking out other parts of the country.
No doubt about it. Let's see if that does it. It's 10-1. Let's see if they're going to call it. And it looks like that's going to be it in this one. Looks like Georges is going to get the victory over Little Saints by a score of 10-1.
Yeah, definitely happy with that start right there.
So terrific performance by the Georges. They put 4 runs up on the first, another 3 in the second as they cruise to a victory by a score of 10-1. Terrific performance by Georges. Tell you what, they got it done at the top of the lineup as well. You got Elana Rogers, Kaylin Koch, Leela Allen getting it done at the top of the lineup there for the Georges as they come away with the victory. Next up for the Georges will actually get a game off, it looks like. And we are happy to be joined right now. I can't quite see who it is. Who do we have here?
Kathleen, Georges.
Hey, Kathleen, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you. Congratulations on a great game. Had a triple. He had a single. Runs scored. Nice afternoon for you. What was the key for you at the plate?
I feel like I was just seeing the ball well, and I was thinking more like early in the count, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
That's all right. What are some of the things that you're trying to work on here at Rumsey Park through today and tomorrow?
I'm trying to work on getting on base and hitting early in the count like I did in my last at bat, and yeah, that's pretty much it.
And I'll get you out of here on this one, Kathleen. Just what's the experience like to be back out onto the field again, having the opportunity to play some more softball?
It's pretty great. Last time we played, I felt like I didn't have my best, my best at bat. So it's a good way to redeem myself.
Well, congratulations on a great game. I had a chance to call this game with a proud Papa, Brian Georges, right next to me. Congratulations and good luck the rest of the way.
Thank you.
That was Kathleen Georges with the winning team. Georges by a score of 10-1 over Little Saints. Step aside for a quick break. Plenty of softball action to come here at Rumsey Park, and we have got another interview. I jumped the gun a little bit there. And we're getting them. And now we're all set up, and we're joined right now from the Little Saints. Who do we have here on the headsets?
We got Kylie Mesmer joining us.
Kylie Mesmer joining us. Kylie, what's it like to be able to have an opportunity to get back out on the field and play again?
It feels amazing. It's been so fun being able to come out here with my team and have a good time and play some games, and I miss playing with them.
I love she's getting punked right now.
And who was photobombing you right now?
This is my catcher, Lindsay Jackson. She's my hype man.
Should have figured. the catcher.
It's always some catchers, right?
Exactly. Hey, in the circle today, what were some of the things that you were working on here this afternoon?
Just trying to keep the ball low. They're a really good hitting team, so leaving anything high has a chance of going over the fence. So just trying to keep it low, hopefully get some pop-ups for my team that they can catch and get some easy outs.
And what are you trying to work on here through the rest of tonight as well as tomorrow?
I would say just staying positive. Coming out here, it's hot and people are getting tired. This is going on to our third game, and I just really want to stay positive for them, keep it up for them, and hopefully we can roll into our third game feeling good.
Well, Kai, we appreciate your positivity.
Thank you.
Good luck the rest of the way. It's Kai Mesmer
Nice
of the
job,
Little
Kai.
Saints.
Thank you so much.
And that will do it for this game. George is with the victory over the Little Saints. We're going to step aside for a few minutes. We'll be back. Plenty of more action here from Rumsey Park in Payson. We'll be right back in just a moment.